What's up, everyone? I hope you guys are doing well. Ohoro wanyu, como esta, habari zenu, guten Tag, and all the other greetings. It's Kenyan Hippie. Today, let's talk about Cracker Barrel, y'all. What is happening with Cracker Barrel?
The CEO of Cracker Barrel, she went on Good Morning America yesterday to explain why the company decided to make all these changes that are sure to appeal to precisely none of their customers. Watch.
The Cracker Barrel needs to feel like the Cracker Barrel for today and for tomorrow. And again, the things that you love are still there. We need people to choose us, and we want people to choose us because people love this brand. They've loved it. Everybody's got a story, right? Did you go to Cracker Barrel on the way to your grandma's when you were traveling soccer or whatever those things are? Our job is to make Cracker Barrel a place that they want to be today and tomorrow.
The Cracker Barrel of today. That's exactly the kind of meaningless corporate speak that you expect to hear from a female CEO who looks and sounds like someone who would never be caught dead actually buying the product that her company sells. It reminds you of Alyssa Heinerscheid. Remember the former VP of marketing for Bud Light? She's the genius who decided to enlist Dylan Mulvaney because she didn't want the brand to appeal to frat boys anymore. Alyssa never had a sip of Bud Light in her life. Julie has never been inside a Cracker Barrel, doesn't even know what country fried steak is. She's probably vegan. These are the people who are now in charge of basically every beloved American brand in existence.
Yeah. Some people are so blind. They're like, oh, I don't know what the big deal is. What is so woke about what Cracker Barrel is doing? What is so woke? You don't see what is so woke? Do we want to revisit the butter and the woman, the Indian was removed from the butter?
Let me sit down for this one. You mean to tell me that somebody came up in their bright mind and said the man and the barrel on the Cracker Barrel sign is racist? I can't help but think, but we live in a failed society, an absolute failed society. Football teams, butter, pancake syrup, Uncle Ben's rice, and now an old man sitting next to a barrel. Hear me when I say this. There are so many more important things to be bitching about. But our main focus is Cracker Barrel sign. Somebody on this earth tell me, what did he do? What did he do? He ain't said nothing racist. He ain't even moved a muscle. Now he's gone.
The pancake syrup, removing Ben from the doctor. It's deciding to be offended by everything and anything as it suits you. And then trying to rebrand things that don't need to be rebranded. As Americans say, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Technically, they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but the grammar Nazi in me cannot let that go. So, Cracker Barrel has decided to remove the cracker and the barrel from the logo and rebrand the whole chain. Their stock market prices have already plummeted. I wonder why. Go woke, go broke. But the fact that Cracker Barrel decided it was a good move to hire a liberal woman and put her in charge of anything was a bad idea. The wokeness of companies has got to stop. It is only causing issues, because why do you want to change that? It's funny because I saw some everyone is unhappy about this. Whether you're on the left or the right, people are not happy about this.
Saw this on the internet. Dude said he ate in a remodeled Cracker Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join in on the hate. If the Cracker Barrel don't look like the Jim Crow South, I can't eat there. You got to have the racism aesthetic. You got to have the rocking chairs and the hint of segregation in the air. If I don't feel like I'm on the set of Sinners, then how do I know I'm in a Cracker Barrel? This is a gentrified Cracker Barrel. They done took all the character out of it. And I know the edges of the pancake ain't burnt. I got to feel like somebody wants to say, good morning, boy, when I go in, with respect. And no respect at all. I feel like they want me to work there, but they don't want to pay me ever. And I've got to live there. That's Cracker Barrel's thing. If you take that away, what is it? A Denny's, IHOP, a place I don't...
But I just find it very interesting that this woman decided this is actually offensive. Offensive to whom? Who's offended by the cracker and the barrel and the Cracker Barrel logo? No, don't get me wrong. I've only eaten there. I can count on one hand how many times I've eaten a Cracker Barrel. It's not really my thing. Plus, I'm gluten-free and dairy-free. So most of their menu would not appeal to me. But I do like their food, I do like their steak. I like the vibe. Actually, we used to go there. I get stuck at the entrance where they have these little knickknacks and stuff. I've always loved that. The artists that they feature there, the merchandise. That's been changed too. Now it's this. And my question is, whose smart idea was this? What are you trying to do? Okay? Cracker Barrel is not Starbucks. Okay, Starbucks has been woke for a while now. And I'm tired. I am tired of seeing companies bending down to wokeness, to be more inclusive. Inclusive for whom? Inclusive for who are too sensitive, they get triggered by a logo. Those are not the kind of customers you want. I don't know. What are your thoughts, y'all? I just think it's interesting that a company decided to rebrand out of the blue to be more inclusive to the woke mob. I'm sick and tired of the woke mob personally. But again, I do not own a Cracker Barrel. It will not affect my pocket specifically. I'm not the biggest fan of Cracker Barrel. I just watching people trying to bend themselves to please a certain small demographic that just happens to be the loudest one is weird to me. A business should not have to change its style, its brand, because certain people feel a certain way. But then also again, the fact that they hired this woman was the first mistake they made. So that's on them. She's trying to change the... You know this whole trend where the parents are now dressing their kids on just browns and greys because they want to be gender neutral? That's what I feel they're doing with Cracker Barrel. Everything's just gonna look meh from now on. Everything will just be meh because they decided the cracker and the barrel were offensive. So I don't know about this. Again, they're already losing money, as you all have seen. There's a reason customers go to an establishment, and it's always a risk you take. Even whether you're woke or not, when you change your branding and you rebrand, it's a risk you're taking because customers are used to some things about your business. They're used to a certain look, a certain feel. Changing that is very risky because you risk losing a big part of your customer base if they don't shift over to the new feeling of your brand.
They're changing their stores from looking like this to now looking like this. It's giving IKEA vibes, and people are hating it. Since the rebrand, the stock is down 12%, and since Julie Massino, the new CEO, took over, the stock is down 45%.
But knowing why they're doing this makes this more hilarious. And I know people be like, oh, no, there's not so woke about this. The fact that it's a leftist woman in charge makes it woke.
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members.
Lies. I can already tell she's a hardcore, radical, feminazi who hates men. And there are 2,500 genders. I can just tell, I'm just getting that vibe from her. Just getting the vibe. Removing logos, removing people from the logos because they are offending you. Pancake packages, it's the same thing. Auntie Jemima was removed. Now they've removed the cracker and the barrel from the Cracker Barrel. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know. I just feel this is getting too much. We need to stop trying too hard. If it's not broken, don't fix it. I'm very curious to see what happens to Cracker Barrel. I have a feeling they're going to lose their business to probably Denny's. I personally love Denny's. They have some gluten-free English muffins. You should go try them out. They're awesome. Oh, and I also love that little skillet thing. That skillet is amazing. So Cracker Barrel, you done messed up. Let's see how this works out for y'all.
Yeah, listen. We f***ed up.
We'll be in the sidelines watching you crumble. Because this is a bad move. It's a bad business move. Bad business move. And I speak as a business owner. Bad move. Bad move. Stop hiring liberals to be in charge of your companies, unless you live in San Diego or Los Angeles. Basically the California area. If you're there, do you. Okay. Also, in other news, random fun fact, Tom McDonald followed me back on Insta. The scream I screamed. I have admired him for so long. I love his music. I do not fangirl for anyone. I fangirl for Tom McDonald because, yeah. And after I watched this interview of his, I'm gonna link it in the description. It's by, I think it was, oh man, TPA USA, I think. It would be TP USA, one of those people. I messaged him back and forth. I was really excited. So check out his Devil is a Democrat. My littles are obsessed with it. Especially my 3-year-old. She's like, Mama, Democrat.
He a politician. He passing bills that bring chaos and division. Yeah, the devil lives in California. Should be in prison. He got horns, but he tries to keep them hidden. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we don't play that. They say that. They love America. We know it ain't that. The devil is a Democrat.
It's awesome. Anyway, guys, I just want to ramble a little bit about Cracker Barrel because I'm feeling a certain way, you know. Editing Kenyan Hippie here, and I wanted to insert a note that the leftist media, the CNN's, Daily Mail, they're accusing MAGA outrage as the reason for the plummeting of the stocks and the social outrage that Cracker Barrel is receiving. But this is very much a bipartisan issue. And I'm glad to see that people are calling that out in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Not just myself, but many other creators are speaking out on it. I just think it's a really dumb thing to do. But hey, it's their move, it's their risk, it's their business. So hope you enjoyed this short, quickie video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and do all the things, and hit the bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Kenyan Hippie out.